Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports impromptu stream time out of my normal streaming window. But it's the weekend, isn't it? It's the damn weekend, and the housework is done, the fixtures are done, and you think about what you saw and you vibe on it, and you like, you know what? I got some things I want to say about the weekend fixtures so far. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. But it's a good weekend of football for some more than it is for others. If you are a Liverpool fan, mm, life is good right now. All is clear. Everything is in motion. Everything plug in. Everything at work. So we say, down at Jamaica, yeah. Everything plug in. Everything at work. Nice to be a Liverpool fan right now. They are happier than pig and shit. They are happy than a gay dude with a bag full of cocks. They are good. No worries right now in the world of Liverpool. Them men are fully happy. Fully happy. If you're a Man United fan, I don't know. The pressure relief valve has been opened. Amorim can breathe a little bit. The pressure on him is eased a little bit now that the £1 billion bottle job that is Chelsea has set him up to win back-to-back Premier League games for the first time in Amorim's tenure. I'm like, Chelsea. But you know what's crazy? Ah, I can't even be upset at Chelsea. You can't be upset when you knew it was coming because this weekend with the waffle down, this was my prediction. I actually predicted Chelsea to do them, United to do Chelsea 2-0 on the basis of nothing. I had no idea what was going to happen. I just thought Chelsea, big game, United coming off a loss at Bayern Munich, young team, young squad, a madman of a manager, a crazy person. Like these Pep disciples are crazy, you know. Because midweek they were at Bayern Munich, man played Palmer out of position on the wing and played Enzo Fernandez in the 10. While he had Esteban, who's an actual winger, on the bench. They are mad. But that was my prediction for the Man United game. And they spoiled it with a late goal at the end to get people on the edge of their seats. I got this one bang on. I knew Liverpool would do them, but I thought Everton would give a good account of themselves. I do believe that. Big up the AFC. AFC always. Love my bro. Big up to Alvin and Bluebird. Big up to Sabby Pinky. Oh yeah, Sabby baby girl. Hope you're good. Tell me how your weather is on the East Coast. Hope you are good and well. And you're nice, clean CRV. AFC always say, big up and thank you, Chelsea, for keeping Emery. I'm gonna put it up in a second. Big up to AFC always. Yeah. So I predicted this one bang on. And just Everton. Oddly enough, right? Liverpool are not where they want to be defensively. Liverpool are actually giving up goals. Mm-hmm. The only two games that Liverpool have kept clean sheets in are Arsenal. When Arsenal decided that we don't want to attack, we're going to sit back and chill today. And Burnley, who had 19% possession. Crazy stat when I go back and look at it. Burnley had 80 passes in the entire game of football. How do you play 90 minutes and have 80 passes completed? How is that even possible? I didn't even think that was possible in football. An entire 11 men on a football pitch played 90 minutes and completed 80 passes. That game and the Arsenal game with the three fridges in midfield is when Liverpool have not conceded. They've conceded against Bournemouth, against Everton, against Newcastle, and against Atletico. Every other team who actually plays football, they conceded against. But kept clean sheets against Arsenal and Burnley, who decided, yeah, we're not playing today. We're not playing. This one, I had a May on this one. An absolute May. I thought this would be a dead rubber. I had that. Brighton had that for the longest and fluffed their lines at the end. But I knew Spurs would not win. I got that for tomorrow. And I got that for tomorrow as well. But, I could be sitting here tomorrow with egg on my face looking like a throbbing cock. Big up to Alvin. Say big up to BBK Sports Channel. Bluebird is in the building. Yo, 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 yo. As AFC always reminded us that Amorim has kept his job. The relief is there. And I'm glad. I'm glad he's kept his job. Now, is it? It would be the most united thing ever to beat Chelsea and then go drop points to Brentford because Brentford need a reaction, don't they? They need a response. They picked up a beating today. They need a response next week. So, will they? Do they want to be the team that are known for giving Ruben Amorim his first back-to-back win? Not on my watch. Not on my watch. No, 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 Mr. Amorim. You need to find someone else to get that dub, and it would be Sunderland going into the break. So they'll win that. They'll definitely win that, and then the mood will be nice around Old Trafford. Can you imagine if they won 3 games in a row? If they beat Brentford or don't lose to Brentford, even if they draw against Brentford and then win against Sunderland, then it's undefeated, 2 wins out of 3, and a high flying going into international break. And then boom, international break is over. Anfield. I'm here for it. Big up to Savvy every single time. My brother, Godfrey. You know what? I always try to tell myself I need to look at the time zones before I go online and try to figure out what time it is before I go on. Because man like Godfrey be tuning in at almost midnight. From South Africa. You know, what a legend of a guy he is. Big up to you, Godfrey, every single time. I greatly appreciate your support for the channel, my brother. Yeah, 80 points. 80 passes, I mean. I could not believe it. I had to go back and look. So when people tell me that, oh, Liverpool are lucky, brother, they were not lucky. These men were not trying to win. This is anti-football. Imagine you are a Burnley supporter. You don't get that much time in the Premier League. You're probably going to go back down. And then you pay your money to go to Turf Moor to watch your football team not play football. So you just go there and put 2 banks of 5 and just watch your team come on to Oz. Wait. You know what I'm saying? It's a mad one. AFC say, Taryn, I've said this before. Liverpool will outscore most teams this season, but will concede goals. You have. And I appreciate the consistency, AFC always. AFC always consistent. Yeah, you've said that. Documented. And I'm glad you're reminding us. Because while we are on the best defense in the Premier League, blah blah blah. Guess what? Aston Villa have not conceded a goal. Villa haven't conceded a goal all season long. They haven't scored a goal. But they've only conceded 4 and they're 19th in the table right now. So, be that as it may, outscore teams. Yeah, go to outscore teams. That's what I'm saying at the end of the season. If we're level on points, had we win at Liverpool, we're level on points. I expect our goal difference to be better because I think we'll concede way less goals, but they will outscore teams. Simple as that. Next week, they got Palace. Tough game. I don't expect them to blam Palace 4-5-1, but then again, I do expect them to blam Palace 4-5-1. And that's what they do. Big up to Bargav says, what you expecting, BBK? Marino or Zubimendi? Yeah. No service FC. Yep. Can you hear me now? Holding the phone up, trying to get signal, trying to find service. Yep. That's what I expect. And, I might as well get into it right now. I might jump back into it later. But I was going to build up to that. But since you brought it up, my G, hey, even the apps, even the sport apps, I've recognized that Mikel Arteta is a coward. Even the apps, the predicted lineup, the sofa scores, the foot mobs are predicting what Bargav just said. The no service midfield, the Liverpool midfield, or the midfield Arsenal put out at Liverpool. Yeah, no service settings. Moreno, Zubimendi, right. That's what they're predicting, and they've rarely been wrong this year. They have hardly been wrong about the lineup because they predicted this at Anfield when everyone was expecting Eze to start. And not only are they doing the fridges or the bricks in midfield, they added Martinelli to the fold. And there's only one reason why he's starting for his defense. That is mad. That is mad. I might have to pull that back up later. Let me run through the chats real quick. No, no service. Absolutely. I'm going to watch Port Vale versus Arsenal on Wednesday in the League Cup. If we lose to Port Vale, Arteta should be sacked on the spot. We can't. He won't lose to. He won't lose to Port Vale. We will win that. We absolutely will win that. And because you see Saliba in the team sheet, I actually think he rotates his entire back line. I think he rotates the entire 11 for that game against Port Vale to flex. This is the team that I built, Lord Teta. This is what I've built. My team that can beat City on Sunday and play an entire new 11 on Wednesday. Think he will. Kepa, Benjamin White, Mosquera, Hincapi, Skelly, Norgard, Ethan, Odegaard, Trossard, Martinelli, Max Dowman. An entirely new 11 at Port Vale. And I can argue that 11 can beat some Premier League teams. You know? Burnley fans just go to the stadium to link up with the man them. Facts. There is no way you spend that money, go to the stadium to watch your team complete 80 passes in 90 minutes of football. So less than 1 minute, one pass per minute. That means you never had the ball. All you did was put 2 backs of 5. And whenever the ball fell to you, you hoofed it to a Liverpool player. So the 80 passes in the stat sheet really means 80 passes completed to a Burnley player. They probably had 180 passes, but 100 of them was to Virgil van Dijk sitting on top of the halfway line just to recycle and come right back at them. What the hell was that game, bro? We played better soccer in high school. Glasner is unbeaten in 18 games. Proper. Going back to last year. You know, I was just looking at the table, and I was like, wow, Dallas is undefeated. Dallas has what? 3 wins, 2 draws. Yeah, Dallas and Liverpool are the only remaining teams that haven't lost a game. Check. I think that is right. Yeah, Dallas and Liverpool. No, Palace have drawn 3 and won 2. Still, be that as it may. Our manager. And he's lost his 2 best players over the past 2 years. We can't forget that. Right? He's lost Michael Olise to Bayern Munich, and he's lost Eze to us. Man lost his best winger and still won the FA Cup, you know. Big up to Sweet Cherry. Hope you are well. Belleville's finest. Wait. Why is Martinelli predicted to start? You know why, Borten. You know why. Because he scored against Bilbao. That's one. Well, that's the justification. The real reason he's starting because he's going to go out there and defend. He's going to go out there and defend and cover for Calafiori because Arteta likes when Calafiori bombs forward and does Calafiori things in the midfield rather than Eze occupying that space and doing what Eze does. Because you know what happens if Eze starts to cook, right? Yelling at Eze to hug the touchline, because if Eze comes in the middle of the park and actually starts to cook, bad news for Arteta. That's not good for him. That's not good for his control of the team. That's not good for his control of the narrative. His narrative, not what's best for the team. We have to win through him. That midfield cannot run, but we know this manager will do it. Yeah. That's what's coming tomorrow. Do not be surprised tomorrow when you turn on your FootMob app and that gray turns to green. That's the 3 you see in the middle. Rightly so. I want to see how the second team performs and should still be a comfortable win. Yeah, because I looked at Port Vale. They're a League One side. They're 20th. 20th in League One. Now, I think Port Vale was even worse. Or was Port Vale a championship side that knocked Liverpool out the FA Cup last year? And Liverpool rotated. But those names that I just put out are enough to beat a Port Vale side who are 20th in the damn championship. What you saying about Chelsea? 2 billion spent and they can't beat they can't beat a Man United team on the ropes. The Chelsea game was a weird one because I think Enzo fluffed his subs. I really think he did. Cole Palmer, that I can't be bothered thigh strain. Oh, I can't be bothered. We're down 1-0. It's raining. 10 men. I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of running. I'm Cole Palmer. You ain't gonna see this today. Just take me off, Brad. Because I guarantee you he plays next week. I guarantee he starts against Brighton. He couldn't be bothered. So now, and that wasn't even the sub that I'm sure annoyed Chelsea fans. It should really be the one when he took off Pedro Neto. Like Pedro Neto, he can give you moments of magic. And imagine Cole Palmer and it's okay. So you take off Esteval. Fair enough. You take off Esteval for your goalkeeper, and you have Cole Palmer on the pitch, or you still have Pedro Neto on the pitch. Then United goes down to 10 men, advantage Chelsea because it's back to 10 aside. But more on Chelsea later. Big up everybody, says LFC Monster. 5 of 5 feels great. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Slot was able to bring on his 2 record summer signings. Didn't start Verts. Didn't start Isaac. Didn't start Frimpong. And got the 3 points comfortably up 2-0. Everton showed some fight. Getting back into the game. So big up to Everton. But, I don't know what you feel about the words rotation, or we prefer to call it rotation. He wasn't benched or dropped. It was a rotation. But I think Arne Slot is letting him know that, yeah, brother, I can only take you at the firing line so much. But McAllister only allowed to play 60 minutes as he finds back his full fitness. Birds, you're going to have to perform. Ekitike, he scored. So now, against Palace, I'm pretty sure he's going to start Isak still. I'm not going to lie. He's going to start Isak. That Liverpool flight right now, that Liverpool aircraft is still Captain Salah, first officer Isak in the cockpit. Like Ekitike is the relief pilot. Like you will come on if we need you. But going forward, it's going to be Isak, I think. But the Liverpool fans can let me know. But you know what, though? On the Liverpool thing, that damn Gravenberch, he can take his ass back to Germany. Don't want him in the Premier League anymore. Yes, Ryan Gravenberch, take your ass back to Bayern Munich. He's too good. He is sublime. He is a monster in that midfield. Dare I say, look at Rodri. Because if Rodri don't get back to his level of Rodri after the ACL, then I'm inclined to say this little fucker might be the best defensive midfielder in the Prem. He is ridiculously good, and he's 22. My God. See, this is the thing. We can't have Gravenberch out here bossing midfields. Having him out here bossing midfields is one thing. But have him out here starting to score goals and assists, that's a whole nother dynamic. That's some problems we don't want. We don't want those problems. And this is the good hallmark of a good team, yeah? When Salah is quiet, Gakpo is quiet, Ekitike hasn't scored yet, Gravenberch rises, shows up from the midfields and bangs. Mad. He is, man, what a performance from him. AFC always says, I am sick and tired of top gooders saying under Arteta, we are competing in football. A club like Arsenal demand trophies. So the thing is, right, when they say that to me, AFC always, I usually just tell them, okay, yeah, I hear it. Arteta way competes. Arteta way challenges. But Arteta way does not win. And we don't win. So I don't argue with them and try to give them pushback about competing, because then they get sensitive and want to turn it into a slugfest and name calling and that. And I'm not doing that with them, right? So I'll agree with them. I'll concede that point. And I'll say to them, yeah, you're right. Arteta has us challenging. Arteta has us competing. That's the Arteta way. But that's where it stopped. That's where it ends. The Arteta way does not win. And there is nothing they can say to prove you otherwise, because you are right. 5 years in, it hasn't won. And a fantastic end to your point here. A football club like Arsenal demand trophies. You can't demand trophies under Arteta. It's competing and challenging is his cap. He's maxed out. There is not another step he can take. And tomorrow's lineup will further prove that. Because I think we lose tomorrow. If we lose tomorrow, that effectively ends our title chances. No, they'll say it's only September, this and that. But with him at the helm, with this team, with him in charge, cannot make up 6 points on Liverpool. They cannot. Can't. And the fact that he now knows, right? The fact that Arteta now knows that he needs 6 points. Now he knows the Liverpool results. So tomorrow, if he picks a negative lineup, knowing that he needs 3 points, 6 points, knowing he needs 3 points to close the gap, then it's...
So you smell that? What's that?
If you know, you know. But if he knows that he needs to win and he still starts a defensive lineup, you know that
I smell pussy.
he's scared, coward. And we need, it's going to bleed into the team. He sets the tone. That's going to filter down to the players. The gaffer does not believe we can win. And he's the coach. He's making $50 million a year. If he know more about football than we do, and he don't believe we can win, maybe we aren't good enough. And if you don't believe that you're good enough, you'll start playing as such. Just let Eze be free. It helps everyone. Essentially, Boytan, that's what he has to do. Essentially, what he has to do tomorrow is pick the right lineup and go sit the hell down. Go sit the hell. Just go sit down, bro. There's no need to be out here landing airplanes, overcomplicating things. I'm pretty sure that Boy 10, LFC Monster, AFC Always, we all speak fluent football, right? But none of you men can tell me what this means. None of men is yelling from in a noisy ass stadium from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch. No one knows what that means. It's madness. The players tune them out. I really believe, right? If football had like timeouts, like basketball, Arsenal would have been out of timeouts in the first half of every match. Because every time he sees something he doesn't like, he would call a timeout. You notice that whenever there's a break in play, how quick they huddle up. It could be 2 minutes in the game. How are we huddling up 2 minutes in the game? You had all week. You know that you're playing City on Sunday. On Sunday, September 21st. You knew this for time. You knew that you know their players. You've been in this league. So 2 minutes into the game, you should not be huddling up. Everything should have been worked out. All the I's should have been dotted. All the T's should have been crossed. But watch there be a break in play tomorrow. At the 2 minute and 38-second mark, guarantee you they huddle up. I wonder if Vegas has a bet on that. I'd take it. Odegaard can't even play as a DM if he just lets Eze cook. I love this idea. I absolutely love this idea. Play Zuberman in the 6. You put Odegaard left 8, and you let Eze cook in the 10. I'm here for that. But I wouldn't be surprised if I see Odegaard play tomorrow. Start even. Because he rushed him back for Anfield. The pressure is now on for tomorrow. This is the picture perfect scenario for LFC Monster. Early kickoff, you handle your business and you put your feet up and you grab your popcorn and you laugh at everyone for the rest of the weekend. You get to laugh at Chelsea. You would have laughed at United had the result gone the other way, but you get to laugh at them. You get to laugh at Spurs. They went to Brighton and got their cherry pop. It is what it is. But, you know, the early kickoffs, we had an early kickoff. We got our business done. Liverpool had their early kickoff. They got their business done. I think next week is Man United with the early kickoff. the half 12. So, they'll have their opportunity to put their feet up and watch the rest of us crash out for the rest of the weekend. You notice when Odegaard played with Ethan 2 seasons ago, he was handing off creative duties to the then 16-year-old and was dropping back to play DM. I didn't notice that, but yeah, I didn't make that observation, but I take your word for it, is what I'm saying, boy 10. Because that I think Odegaard himself knows that he's not a 10. Question: do you think Liverpool played better without Vert starting? Hey, monster! Monster! Come out and play! Vertzi! Florian! Yes, AFC always. They look better without him. That's not to say that's the thing moving forward, but essentially, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai is a title-winning midfielder who played the entire season last year, so I expect it. So it's not a dig at Verts. A new player coming from a different league, he is going to upset that dynamic if you put him in there. I get it. So it's not a dig, but that midfield knows exactly who's going to be where at any given time throughout any phase of play. Verts has to learn that. A good point during the Liverpool-Everton game is in the 71st minute, Verts came on. He got a ball. I think it was from either Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. He was in the box, and he sat somebody down. I think he sat down Tarkowski. And in the Bundesliga, that's a goal. I've seen him score that goal many times for Bayer Leverkusen when I lived in Germany. Many times. The difference is in the Premier League, you do not get that extra second. After you sit somebody down, you have to get the ball off your feet in rhythm. You cannot plant the other foot. That fraction of a second that he took, the other Everton player came and took the ball off of him. But in the Bundesliga, that's a goal every time. So that's the adjustment that he has to make to stay mentally switched on, to know that you put someone on their ass, someone else is coming right behind them. Pause. But that's going to take time. But right now, he is 0-0-5. Just like Sheshko. Got to bounce. Hey, big up Godfrey, man. Love Godfrey. Past midnight. It's already Sunday morning in South Africa. Love for the love, my guy. Gravenberch is showing the levels. Someone else needs to raise theirs too. Who's that? I don't know. I'm here. Yeah, Gravenberch, he is showing levels. He is so strong on the ball. With and without the ball, he's just I rate him, man. He's playing very, very well. I'm like, he's not going to put a foot wrong, is he? And he don't. Liverpool would be good before their attack clicks. Just have those options. Make sure that makes them dangerous. Isak, Ekitike, Salah, Verts, Maka, Greva, Bozo, Gakpo. Whatever they put out is going to cook. Yeah. Now it goes back to, this is why I'm just so damn disappointed that we didn't get at them before they clicked. But this 5 for 5 that they're riding on right now, hey, them men reel off 10 games. Okay, let me look at Liverpool's fixtures. Because if them men reel off 10 games, we might just have to pack it up early and be like, okay, it's Champs, EFL, and FA Cup. And then you're going to see a lot of the people who are saying we need to win a major, are going to come start to pile onto my argument, my train, where I said a domestic double, and I'm happy for the season. Forget about all them set pieces from corners. Donnarumma catch every ball. Yeah, he is really good at those, isn't it? He is really good at those. But let me have a glance at Liverpool next couple of fixtures, people, because they have that 5 of 5, and I've already dispatched what everyone tells me is their closest rivals in Arsenal. They've already dispatched of the first leg of the Merseyside derby. They have Palace, Chelsea, Man United, Brentford. Palace, Chelsea, Man United, Brentford, That's 4 Premier League games. The next Premier League game, Villa. Yeah. Tough games. There's some tough games in there. The Chelsea game, it's tough. And maybe Man United gives them a game. Who knows? But the way they're moving, none of us can sit here and be like, "Hey, we'll be shocked if Liverpool doesn't clean up." You know. But if they do clean up 10 games, yeah, time to pack it in. Time to pack that shit in. Benjamin White will get put on a will put on a screen. Okay, I got you. He will put the screen to try to shield down the room or so the ball can. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it's that shit house of a tactic, yeah, we can't rely on set pieces against that Italian giant, man. We need to be bossing. We need to just be bossing. Get a couple of tap ins, a couple of quick, fast diagonals that really puts the City back line on edge. We can't lose tomorrow. We cannot. We cannot. It's a must win. We lose, the season is over. And conversely, I can say if we win tomorrow, we effectively end Manchester City's title hopes. Yep, I'm saying it. Because Manchester City are on 6 points right now. Big up to Suj, the legend of a man from down. Oh my God. So Godfrey just went to bed in South Africa. Now I got to find out what time it is. Down under. I need to do this before I come on stream, just in case. Okay, it's 8:30 a.m. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I thought Suj was on some weird, crazy hours, but still, that never stops him. Never stops him from supporting the channel and from giving us his thoughts on football. So big up to you, Suj. Love for the love, my bro. Hope you are well. Was nice being on stream with you yesterday on Aaron. Or forgot the nickname that you have for Aaron. But big up to Suj every single time. Still, where are we at? With Verts, I'm sure it's a mix of saying to him, "I got others if you're not playing well." Protecting our new player from dangers of the Everton tackles. Yeah, but I really think a big part of it is just that you will, no matter how good Verts is, the fact is, or the facts are, you are being inserted into a title-winning midfield that gelled and won the Premier League title last year with ease. So you going into the middle of that will upset the balance somehow, because you're bringing a completely different skill set. Like, who is he like? Verts, he's not McAllister. He's not Gravenberch's pace and power. And he's not Sabozlai, who's just like, who can run for 4 days straight. He is not that. He's a little bit of all of them. So the balance of the midfield that he is being inserted into is different. Like when Gravenberch gets the ball, Sabozlai and McAllister know exactly what's about to happen. They know. They don't have to think about it. And when you don't have to think about it, you play faster. Because you're reading the game. Verts has to get up to speed with that. It's going to take time. So, yes, they look better without him, but it's understandable. I get it. Arteta conflicting. Oh, shit. His managed. I like that. No, I like conflicting better. I wish you had put a K in there. Arteta need to unfuck. He need to unfuck himself. That's what he needs to do. I think there when Crouch was took 19 games to score his fourth goal, and it was the worst goal you'll ever see. So I know it can happen in football. Just got fate and slot in the coaching staff. So the thing is, if he was playing poorly and you weren't winning, then this could have been an issue. But the fact that you're 5 for 5 in all comps, will be 6 for 6 in all comps. I think he got Sunderland in the cup on Tuesday. So Liverpool will be 6 for 6. You're winning. It's good. So this is a good of a problem, if you will, quote unquote problem that you can have. That your two biggest your record transfers. Excuse me, can't get my words out. Your record transfer signings have not hit the ground running yet, and you're still undefeated. Not undefeated, you're winless. You're Jesus. I'm trying so hard to take a dig at Liverpool. You haven't lost the game. your perfect 100% win record. Arteta doing his best Thai impression. Thai, and then there's Thai, and then there's the level, the next level, the other guy, Julian. Big up to BS Gunner. You're mad late to work. What's good? Damn, man, don't be late. And don't speed either, man. Make sure you got your ways on. The thing about words is quality. It's just a matter of time. He has the quality. He does have the quality. They'll figure it out somehow and fit him into the team. Yeah, that's what I put it down to, man. Um, we know how we all play ball, right? We're footballing men, so we know how important it is a midfield balance is. And Arne Slot found the balance last year with Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister. So much so that an unfit McAllister made the midfield look bit better today than Verts, because he knows where to be when the other two have the ball, and the other two know where to be when he has it. Verts just has to figure that out. They'll figure it out. If they don't figure it out, kudos to us, because then they will get caught. Because say they pick up an injury in that midfield and Verts has to play, and he still hasn't figured it out, still hasn't clicked, then they will start losing. They will start dropping points. Big up to Rambo Kanamba said, waiting on Verts to show his quality. I think it'll come. I hope it don't. And I hope he continues to stink. I hope he goes full 0014. But I did used to watch that young kid in Germany when I lived there, man, and he is the real deal. Sesko fuck up his career going to United. Can't believe a well-meaning agent told him to do that. Was that his agent fee? Hey, United are good on them agent fees, Boyton. They pay. They print money. Is he banking on Amorim to get sacked? Well, he knows that he'll probably be at Old Trafford longer than Amorim. So our Italian friend, big up to speaking of Italians, big up to Gianni. Our Italian friends in Enzo Maresca has just extended the shelf life at Ruben Amorim by losing. So Amorim will be the head coach, the manager of Manchester United Football Club in 3 weeks' time when they go to Anfield, or after the international break. Black 14 will have more goals than the entire Man U attack is nasty work. Yeah, I think so. Shit, he already got more goals than all of them. Oh my goodness. Big up to the assemblance. We're on 14 likes. Got to put the super chat on the screen again to show love to our boy Stooge, absolute legend of a guy. Boy, 10 again said the only games I can see troubling Liverpool are Newcastle, us, and probably some other potential bogey team like Brighton or something. I don't see City or United touching Liverpool, by the way. So, boy, 10, I made a controversial statement. I'm gonna stick by it too. Crazy as it sounds. Because I said earlier on in the season, after we beat Man United, hot take. I forgot whose podcast I was on, but they called for hot takes at the end of the show, and I was put on the spot. So my hot take was that whenever match week it is, I think the first game is at Anfield in a couple of weeks, but I don't know what match week. It's on the back end of the season when Liverpool go to Old Trafford. And my hot take was, I believe when Liverpool go to Old Trafford, they don't get 3 points. Not saying they're going to lose, but I'm saying it's going to draw or lose. They're not getting 3 points. Because my thinking was Liverpool are not losing to Arsenal and Liverpool in the same season at Old Trafford. Yep, that was my hot take. Crazy, crazy work. That's what I'm sticking to it. But you know what? And it's not that crazy because on Friday during the warm-up show, when I put my prediction on the screen, I said I was crazy, but I wasn't crazy. Because, I predicted Man United to beat Chelsea. I did. And Man United beat Chelsea. So, but yeah. Even LFC Monster came in and was like, hey, do a cheeky invincible. I'm like, oh shit. Cheeky invincible already. Out of five, I'm like, no. Not the cheeky invincible, because Liverpool have to come to the Emirates. So we can't depend on anyone else for them not to do an invincible. It's up on us. Right? That the onus is on us to do that. We have to do it. We have to say no. When you come to the Emirates, we must win. Don't care if you go win the league from that point if we're already out of it. But we can't depend on any other team to make sure that Liverpool don't do it invincible. Because we're the only football club that cares. We're the only fan base who cares about being invincible. We're the only ones. No one else. No one else. Big up to Shane for the raid. Absolute legend of a guy. Absolute legend of a man. Big up to Shane. I hope most of you who are coming over from Shane caught me on the Bruised Banana. I think I got like a 10-match run now. I debuted on Bruised Banana like episode 9. I think we just completed episode 20 on the Bruised Banana. So yeah, I have a pretty nice little run going on there on the Bruised Banana. So big up every single one. But yes, people, the fact of the matter is, even the computers are now seeing that Arteta is cowardly. Because how the hell are the computers saying the predicted lineup is a defensive formation? How? Like, I know AI is a thing and our phones listen to us. You know, you ever thought about a new car and then you go scrolling in your news feed and you see a brand new damn Honda, brand new BMW, Audi, whatever you drive? I know our phones listen to us, but how the hell does FootMob know that Arteta is going to be a coward tomorrow? How? And they really miss. They've been spot on with every single damn prediction that they've made with our attack. And after we won against Bilbao, I'm saying, okay, Martinelli in that capacity coming on in the 75th to 78th minute is completely useful and can do a thing. Trossard, the same thing, because every time we start Trossard, he shits the bed. But when we bring him on as a super sub, he does the madness. He always does. So I'm saying we can't overthink it and think that, oh, this is going to kick on. No. In that capacity, he is useful as an impact sub, Martinelli. But you cannot play Martinelli at the expense of Eze in an attacking capacity. You can't do that. That's that fuckery. That's mad. So if the computers are saying he's gonna pick that lineup, tomorrow when the lineup comes out, we're gonna be like, yo, it's a mad one. Big up to Suge from down under. Big up to Boy 10 again, saying, what are you gonna do if the Wallabies win the rugby championship? And I can't believe it's anyone tournament right now. Are they gonna? When is the championship? Hey, Suge, let us know. Let us know when that championship is, man. I will tune in for that. If he doesn't win, if it doesn't suit him, why bring him in where he's with others would suit the system better? Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. But at some point he has to get him to play, and I'm assuming you're talking about Wirtz, but I'm assuming at some point he has to play him because he's a record signing, and he is a good player. Okay, I will endeavor to make conflicting a word. I love it. Now, this is what he's doing. Like, he is gonna he's gonna conflict the squad tomorrow, and essentially he has an easy job if he just picks the right squad and go sit the hell down. You know, yeah, Mikhail, just pick the right squad and go sit the hell down. Don't confuse the players with all this. Because everyone in the chat speaks fluent football, but no one knows what the hell that means. Confusing the shit out of the players. And we better not sit back tomorrow and just invite pressure onto us. Because as good as our defense is, we cannot be inviting pressure onto us for pressure's sake to prove we can defend. Like, what are we doing? Big up to LFC Monster again. So, like I said on Friday show with the Waffle Down, the Cheeky Invincibles. Hey. I would listen. The entire relationship that I have with all my Liverpool mates will change if that happens, if that becomes a thing. I swear I will go mad. We've been teething with the worst problems, but it shows our strength of the squad that we'll be getting results, still in the importance of having winners in the squad with that experience. Yeah, I hear it. But, you know, I'm pretty sure every single one of us predicted a Liverpool win. You know, I have the score spot on 2-1, but I was thinking of a comfortable 2-1. Got a little nervy in the end there, but you know, those points I wasn't expecting Liverpool to drop. There are plenty of games this season where I will predict Liverpool to drop points. That's not one of them. Big up to Guna SC. Big up to my mod. AJ in the building. Another legend of a mod. Big up to Quaja. I know Quaja was probably in Shane's chat saying, BBK is live. Big up to Paula. Big up to Mateo. Oh man, all the legends from the Shane gang is in the building. Big up to Shane. Big up to every single one. If you're coming over from Shane, people, if you want some more of this positive negativity, make sure you hit a sub on the channel, hit a like on the video. That's the legend of a man that is Shane Laguna. What a guy. Sue said, imagine going invincible and winning the CL. Oh, Jesus. Don't even put that energy in the world. Shane said, that's the lineup. Yeah, that's the lineup you predicted. So that's what I'm saying, Shane. How the hell are the computers? The computers are figuring out that Arteta is a coward. Like, I'm not gonna buy this whole cautious thing. There's a very thin line, yeah? A very thin line between being cautious and being cowardly. So we cannot let Arteta and the top gooners do cowardly shit and disguise it as being cautious. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, my bro. I'm in Seattle. I'm on Seattle side, Pacific Northwest. Love it up here. It's my second tour. But yeah, man, if you're in the area, give me a shout. AI imitates what it sees and processes. Bum is a bum. Arteta is a scrubber. Big up to Kimani. He probably. I'd love to see his Google searches. Imagine Arteta's Google search. How do I stop Pep? How do I stop Holland? No, you don't need to worry about Holland. You got Gabriel and Saliba. You need to worry about how is Gyökeres going to get the ball. How is Gyökeres going to score? That's what you do, man. Our problems is not with our attack tomorrow. Our attack needs to be able to get Gyökeres the ball because I think we. I'm gonna try to say this without resounding. We need to create more chances tomorrow for Gyökeres than they create for Holland. Because if we create more chances, if we create the same amount of chances, they create 5 chances for Holland, we create 5 chances for Gyökeres. Erling Haaland, his conversion rate is crazy, right? And he doesn't need a full chance, does he? He needs like a half chance and he bangs. Think if we create 5 chances for Gyökeres, he scores. I think if we create 3 chances for Gyökeres, he scores 1, maybe 2 of them. But we're not going to do that with that shit lineup. We won't. I just don't. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts in the building. Big up to you, my bro. All that traffic coordinating on the touchline, but we're playing draws footy. And they're linked. If he picks the right lineup and go sit the hell down, then the players don't have to waste that extra second to look at the manager to figure out where they need to be and let the footballers just play football. They would actually look more fluid. Because these men are not playing football their entire life into an academy, going through all the rigors. Like Eze is 27 years old, played in the Premier League for 5 years now, or played for Palace since 2020. Like Eze knows how to play football. Eze doesn't need Arteta's guidance and help to get by the guy in front of him. The problem is he get by the guy in front of him and Arteta wants him to recycle the ball in the whole whip. For what? That damn shit lineup that they got predicted, that's the lineup that you should maybe end the game with when you're up 2-0 in the 88th minute. You can't start that. Man, you start that lineup and we're going to be in deep shit. Man, it's so nice. All the real gooners are here. It's nice. It'll keep you sane, Mateo. It will keep you sane because these men will really have you thinking you're crazy, And some of these damn top gooners need to go play in traffic. I wish some of them would go play in some damn traffic because they're way too loud for our win rate, our trophy count. The math ain't mathing. But we need to create chances for Gyökeres tomorrow because we've seen he looked like a fish out of water at Anfield with no service. I don't believe it will put stress, but it stresses out Aaron so gently putting it out there to scare the manager. Brother, I don't think this manager even cares. I think he collects his money and goes home at the end of the day thinking that he did something. I'm like 8K across the pond, based in Dublin, Ireland. When I lived in Germany, I had to cancel 2 trips to Dublin because of work. But I need to get back to that side of the world. There are so many cities that I did not hit. Like I ran out of places to go, then I had time. I only had a 3 year stint, and yeah, I didn't hit half the places that I really wanted to go. But I did visit quite a few of them. I did have a fantastic time on that side of the world. The assembled, if the computer picks the same as the team, Arteta, we will all know he isn't selecting the team as it's a machine. So the thing is, my only gripe now is now that we know that Liverpool has won, now we know that it's a 6 point gap. Surely he can't go defensive. He can't go safe. You have to go try to win the game now. And if I see a lineup that doesn't have Eze in it, albeit on the wing, preferring where he rather play, then you're conceding already. Then you're playing for a draw. And you have recent evidence of what happens when you play for a draw. You play for a draw, you lose. It's like at Anfield. Arteta praying is on Magalesh locking up Haaland. Simple as. There is no other plan for him. And it's a plan that I think a lot of managers would like to have. Because, I think Gabriel loves that fight. But we need to let Kushanov and Vadio and Ruben Diaz, who's been shit this season, have a bad day. How do we make him have a bad day? You put Eze in the middle of the park. So when Eze drop his shoulder and go by whoever is in the middle, Vadio or Diaz now has a decision to make. Do I cheat and come off of Gyökeres and leave him one-on-one? Or do I back up and go with Gyökeres and vacate space for Eze to run into? Either one of those are resulting in a big chance. And I want that. Need that. But tomorrow, all of a sudden, the lineup becomes a spectacle again. So you remember the hoopla surrounding the Villarreal, not the Villarreal, the Bilbao preseason game, the hoopla surrounding that lineup release, because then that was trying to give us an indicator of what the lineup going into Old Trafford would be, because we thought he was going to start Havertz again. So that we had this PTSD from starting lineups going back to preseason. And then we have the hoopla of the lineup going to Anfield. And now it seems like every week now. And the 3 CMs or the 3 DMs thing can't be a pattern of every time we face a tough opponent, we just lock up shop. How are we meant to be doing this after £1 billion spent in 5 years in? At no point during Liverpool's reign or Man City's reign, when the competitor or the title challengers or whoever were coming to their gaff, that Liverpool changed up their game plan and went defensive against them. It was Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. Whatever Man City brought to Anfield, that's what they had. And they played them off the park most of the times. So Man City is coming to the Emirates now. We're supposed to be starting Martinelli for his defensive work in front of 3 DMs, in front of the 4 best defenders as a unit. Like how much defending? There is no, that attack is Madueke and Gyökeres, a 2-man attack against a Man City team that lost to Brighton. A Man City team that fucking Spurs moved to at the Etihad. Like, what are we doing? Big up to 40 of you still out there, people. If you don't mind hitting the like button on the channel, it greatly helps the channel. If you are a Shane Raider, thank you for being here. Big up to all who came and left. Big up to all who stayed. Big up to all who came, left, and came back. Big up to Kimani. Said create for Gyökeres and he scores. Facts. Look at Ekitike go versus Everton. The Liverpool progressed the ball was key. 4 passes, Kimani. 4 fucking passes. Think it was McAllister to Sabuzlai to Gravenberch to Ekitike. Pick the ball up out your net, Jordan Pickford. Dr. Seymour Buzz. Arteta could have been great for air traffic controller, pedestrian guard, and or just for men. Here that spokesman. Life is still young, Mikhail. Pursue your real passion. Yeah, he's an Under Armour model now, isn't it? Mateus says Arteta plays our players to death. That's why Saka is always injured. Facts. Like we're saying that most of us are scared that Bukayo will never get back to Bukayo levels because he's ruined them. Pick up the LFC monsters to RIP Matt Beard, former women's manager, Liverpool family. Condolences. Our condolences from the BBK family and the negative gooners, LFC monster. We are sorry for your loss. If Eze doesn't start tomorrow, I am not watching the match. The match. Fuck, that had it up. So Mateo, the fan in me, will not let me not watch. But if I start to watch and I see it like going pear shape, yeah, then I'll probably turn it off and um, go do some yard work, or go manicure my lawn or something. I'm not here for it. Kimani said, facts. The same way Holland is giving problems, Gyökeres and coach should be giving their defense problems. Yeah. I remember when we played Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League last year, or last Champions League campaign, when we beat him 5-1. Even though we beat him 5-1, Kimani, Gyökeres throughout the entire game, he made Gabriel and Saliba uncomfortable. He did. So he can do it. And Ruben Diaz hasn't been great. Are we meant to believe that Lewis Dunk and Van Hickey are better center backs than our? I'm good at the back. It's going forward with Martinelli, who's not gonna. Rather, if Eze is not on that damn pitch tomorrow, oh my God, you think Rice and any other DM would be enough defensive cover to even play Ozil with no instructions? Yeah, fuck, facts, man. Like, how many defenders do you need? Like, goddamn. Defenders of the Earth. Remember that cartoon when we were growing up? Did I ever tell you, Tara, my mom did a culinary in the day, private catering in Seattle? Oh, wow. Didn't, hey, Dr. Seymour Butts, you have my number, man. You know you have my number, so, send me all the details. Big up to AJ again. Said, please like the stream if you haven't already, people. It really helps me out. It does actually. Had not been for those likes, Shane Guna would have never heard of the kid. And you all wonderful, lovely people wouldn't even be over here right now having such a great football conversation. Man, like Kimani, hey. Klopp played and believed in his everyday team tactics versus City. Never changed because he was a coward. Yeah, facts. Absolute facts. Jurgen Klopp did Jurgen Klopp things. He made City. Hey, listen, that's how you play. This is how we play. Let's have a go. Arteta's just out here like, I don't know what he's doing, man. AJ saying, hey, AJ is out here promoting the ladies, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. Start watching the ladies, and you'll see some good football. Susie, I just realized autocorrect changed Tara to trend. That's right. I get Tavan. I even get BBL instead of BBK because the K is right next to the damn L on the keyboard. All good, man. All good, man. I think I made it through most of the comments there, and so the lineup is the contention point. We're worried about the damn lineup. Like, okay, is he really going to do this to us again? Okay, you started that lineup. You saw you needed Martinelli. You needed Trossard to come on and link up to beat Bilbao. It doesn't work. You put it out at Anfield. It doesn't work. It does not work. Do better. Yeah. Yeah, it's a BBL. Yeah. But you know what? Someone did it on accident, but then they kept doing it just to troll me. It was funny as shit to the chat. The chat just went crazy. But it's like, okay, man, now you're doing it on purpose, But yeah, it's a mad one. Mad one. City Liverpool in those days was almost a stalemate. Yeah, it was like, hey, we don't care about making a mistake. We're here to play football. Imagine all those people, right? Because I think it's still statistically true that Arsenal Football Club have the highest ticket prices in the Premier League. It's Tottenham, it's the London teams, right, in it. So imagine paying all that money for a match day experience. Say you're not a season ticket holder. Say you're like me, it would cost you £1,400 to go watch one game, which is what I used to do every year between 2008 and 2016. Every single year. Home and away game. Used to do a home game and an away game. Cost me $1,400 every single trip. Imagine all that. Imagine doing all that to watch your football team not play football. So I feel bad for anyone tomorrow who's going to turn up at the Emirates. Big up to Aaron. I think Aaron's going to the game. To watch your football team stink out the place. That's a mad one. Big up to KJ. Love for the love, bro. Congrats on your win. 5 for 5. It was a typo at first, But then they just they just kept the jig going, didn't it? I loved it still. Bobblehead manager Arteta is going to start three damn DMs again. And this is the thing, Mateo. When I call them DMs, I get pushback now. They say, oh, Mikel Moreno is not a DM, he's a CM. I'm like, okay. Even if I can see that point, he's not an AM, he's not a cam. We have one of the best attacking tens in the Premier League in our squad. Because when I ask those same people who say it's okay if Eze doesn't start, I ask them, what team in the Premier League Eze doesn't start for? They may name one, and then they're struggling. So he's good enough for 19 teams, but he's on Arsenal bench, and you're okay with it. Like, what are we doing? Come on, people. But they say BBC Sports, I'm telling you, man, the ladies play better football than the men. So I think he should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of his damn self. Like, at the very least, we should be here not mad at the football. Bad enough that we're not winning, but we should be here complaining about the football, not at Arsenal football, because we have lost our identity. You know, lost our damn identity as footballing people. City versus Liverpool was a proper high-level Premier League fixture when they were both on it. Yeah, between what was that? Between 17 and 2022? Yeah, it was a madness. It was an absolute madness. I think we will play Baltimore. The players will not allow it. So I hear that, but I remember last year the 5-1. People see the 5-1 and see we wiped the floor with City and think we just came out the blocks like that. We did come out the blocks, firing, pressing them high, but then we scored and kind of retreated a little bit. And it wasn't until they equalized that we actually opened up the game. When Thomas Partey intercepted that ball high up the pitch from Foden and banged it in, I was shocked that he was that high up the pitch to win the ball in the first place. Then we started to play football. AJ says, Zubimendi and Rice in the 6, Ethan in the 10, Ezzy on the wing, please and thank you. That cooks, Man City. This wins us the game. And this is what I mean when I say if he picks the right lineup and go sit the fuck down, he doesn't have to do all this. Imagine him and Pep on the sideline tomorrow. I wish someone at the game actually gets some footage of them men both landing airplanes. I don't think Mikel is going to approach this game the same way he approached us. I think, brother, AJ, that's the predicted lineup, my brother, and they hardly ever miss. The foot mob lineup. Man couldn't wait. If he drops Eze tomorrow, if he plays Martinelli at the expense of Eze, he is signing his own damn sack warrant. He's really signing his damn sack warrant. It's gonna be sacked. The assembled said, but if you draw the 5 points behind, we'll take the 3 points behind. A defeat makes us 6 points behind. A draw means 2 defeats for Liverpool and perfection for Arsenal with Newcastle coming. Now, we have to get 3 points tomorrow. Anything other than 3 points, and we should be fuming. We should be fuming with anything other than 3 points. Absolute criminal if we get anything other than 3 points. Because we have a chance to seriously damage Manchester City's title hopes tomorrow. We can essentially end their Premier League season. Sood said Moreno is the second striker. He's our emergency striker, right? But you know they're running this narrative. Oh, he's gonna be no, he's not. He's an emergency striker. Got thrown up there. Gyökeres is our primary striker. Our alternate striker is Havertz. The contingency striker is Trossard or Jesus if everyone's fit, and he's the emergency. Because this is the thing. Frank Lampard scored a hell of a lot of goals in the Premier League, right? Like 200 or something. Like Frank Lampard didn't go up top when Drogba was injured. Frank Lampard scored all of his goals from midfield. Like if the strikers weren't striking, none of the damn Chelsea faithful would be like, hey, let's throw Lampard up front because he can score goals. You know, I don't know why they keep running this Moreno thing. You know, it's going to cost us. Because I don't know what advantage he gives us in the midfield either. There's a game changer, says Mateo. A real manager could play him to his full potential. And that's what it is. But because he didn't want him, he has to play him out of position and damn near sabotage his career and sabotage a damn season to prove himself right. Suge, that's just why he plays for Spain. Arteta, he's a DM. Odegaard too has been turned into a DM. I don't even. I have a feeling that somehow Odegaard will be involved tomorrow. What is that? That went with Wenger. Yeah, we have no identity. I don't know what. We were known for picking teams apart. We weren't known for having the best defense in the Premier League or one of the best defenses. Now we have it, and now let's use that as a license to go attack teams. Anybody could do the job when anyone actually had balls and the courage, even at the lowest amount. I hear it. Exactly. The players said the fucking switch flipped. Now I think during the game you will see as they get the ball on the half turn on the halfway line, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going past you. I'm better than you. I'm just gonna drop my shoulder. I'm gonna go by you, and he's gonna do it. Now I wish the camera pans to Arteta when he does that to see what Arteta does. See if Arteta yells at him. Big up to Waha. Congrats on your 2-1 win. Don't forget that I had you winning 2-0, my bro. I had faith in the United faithful. Stink out that win, keeps Amorim in the job. Now don't go fuck this up next week against Brentford. Or do go fuck this up against Brentford next week. It's very sad, man. Arteta wasn't such overthinking maniac. We might have won trophies. Who knows? Who would have won trophies? Definitely. Pep sits down and throws a water bottle. He does sit down. He throws a water bottle, and the game be over. Man, be coaching the opposition team, innit? Take a shot every time Arteta frantically waves his hand. I mean, yeah, stumbling. The screen be blurry, man. You're comatose for real. Amorim is infecting people with narcolepsy. Wahaha is hard on his manager, Ball still. Low key, guys, I think the owners will sack him if he wins no trophies. I don't see him actually interested in turning Arsenal around. But one of those things will happen at the end of the season. It has to, innit? It must. It must. That there is no way we can go into 2026, 2027 season with no trophies in any competition with Mikel as the manager. It cannot happen. You need a statement win. It doesn't have to be high scoring, but I feel you need to make a statement. I actually agree with that. I actually agree that we need to put the marker down. But okay, that Liverpool thing we tried and didn't work. Okay, we've learned from that. That's not who we are. However, this is who we are. Who are you, Arsenal? Better than you. Better than you, Man City. So much better that we're going to end your season right now. We're going to end your third loss in match week 5. Because essentially 3 losses in 5 games, you're not winning the Premier League title because you're not going to win 32 games in a row. And 3 to 5 losses are yeah. And I don't think Liverpool, they're going to beat Liverpool both times. Tottenham will probably beat them again. Man United can do a madness, beat them in the reverse fixture of the Manchester. So if City lose 3 games in 5, they could end up losing 6 to 8 games over the entire season. You lose 6 games, you're not winning the title. So we could essentially end their title hopes tomorrow, and they have to focus on the cups and the champs. Wenger with this squad will win the quadruple. Wenger with this young talent, Wenger's in the squad. Ethan is playing. AJ said, Tarek, can I ask if you would start Saliba for tomorrow and sit the fuck down? Saliba mascara is good enough. Yeah, I think he starts Saliba tomorrow. I think he does. I think he trusts the partnership that those two have built together that gives him the reputation of having the best defense in Europe. And I do think next week against Port Vale, he's going to rotate the entire back line. So he's going to rest Mascara for this one. So he can play Mascara on Wednesday, along with Nkapai, Benjamin White, and Skelly in the back line. And Kepa in goal. I think he rotates everyone. So yeah, I think he starts Amorim. I think he starts Saliba. Remember, Havertz was bought as a midfielder, even though Chelsea played him as a striker. We needed a striker when we bought Havertz. He was making out that he was after Isak during the period. Yeah, he must be really good at poker, He's really good at poker because man be looking to the camera and just lie. Man came out of the PSG, beat us in the Champions League, and just straight up lied to everybody. They said, "Who the fuck is they?" They said, man. Oh my God. LFC Monsters, the Arteta does scream someone who finds it hard to handle being in control sometimes at all times. Yeah, he is. It seems like a control freak, isn't it? Like we have to win. We can win, but we have to win his way. uh, Big up to Gunas Therapy. Hope you are well, bro. Manners and respect every single time. Big win pending tomorrow. Yeah, I got us winning. I got us winning. You know, even though this toxic and negative Gooner I have yet to predict the Arsenal loss this season. But that lineup that's predicted scares me. But what is just very telling now that we know that the gap is 6 points. If Liverpool was playing after us, if Liverpool was playing Monday night, he might get away with this. But no, we need 3 points. The bar has been set. We have the last game of match week 5. So we know who the hell is where. Defensive at home would be tragic. Heavily. Like I said, negative. So yeah, I tell you what, we put that damn negative lineup out there tomorrow. We get what the hell we deserve. Big up Kimani. It's easy. The reggae music in the background is a nice touch. Yeah, big up Kimani, man. So the thing is, a lot of times I do my solo stream, and big up to Shane for the raid. So before people come over here, it gets me in my groove. You know, it gets me in my groove. And normally when we win, this is how I start my stream. I just keep vibing. I'll be vibing when we win, but I keep the music on low now because I don't know what the hell will be tomorrow. I'm either gonna start the stream saying, "Woo, didn't see that coming." Whoa, Zubamendi, Boston midfield. Zubamendi had a performance of his life. Zubi. This is what we paid for, you know. But I don't know. We'll see. We're on 22 likes. Hey, people, big up, man. Big up for helping me get to 20 likes. 20 is usually my benchmark for the day. We always go for it at home in the big games. Yeah, I just hope we don't wait for them to score first before we start playing football. And I hope we don't score first and then lock up shop and invite pressure onto us. That's like, why? Because like I said earlier, I do believe last year we scored, sat back for a little bit, they scored, we started to play football. The game opened up after they equalized. He always sits or stands around the camera. He never looks directly at the camera. He's trained very well, very disciplined in his arrogance. And his stubbornness, whatever they call it. Hey, Simone, hope you are well. Mwah. Love for the love. Hope you are good out there in New York City. Goodness therapy, simple question. If Arteta doesn't win anything, would you sack him? The context. You need more context, Goodness therapy. Is this Dan? Is this positive Dan? Obviously, it's positive Dan. Nah, he's out of context. I think he ran out of context in year 4. 3-4. Now there's no context. I don't care if he gets the Champions League final, the FA Cup final, the EFL Cup final, and bring the title down to the last day and lose them all, sack him. Because then you would have proven that you're not the guy. No more context needed. No more context needed. You are there. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your service. Now, there are managers who have been sabotaged over the years. There are managers who haven't been given a fair shake. I just don't think Arteta is one of those managers. He's been given everything that managers say they want. Time, money, their own players. Say in the transfer window. Sky Sports have already reported it many, many times. Arteta has a heavy hand in recruiting. Translation, he gets the players he wants. I don't believe there are any players at Arsenal Football Club right now that Arteta does not want before Eze and Gyökeres. I believe he wanted Havertz. I believe he wanted all these other players, the Fabio Vieiras of the world. He wanted these players. These are his guys. You know, it will be fine. Bam. Trust. Big up the Rumble. Yeah, I'm predicting a win. I expect us to win tomorrow. But the fact that Football's been right about every single one of his lineups, and that lineup came out today, and I'm like, shit. But surely, now that he knows that there is a 6-point gap, he cannot play for a point. That does nothing for us. He did, but PSG just outplayed us. Now, could it be goodness therapy? Could it be PSG outplayed us because he played his entire starting 11 that Saturday or that weekend. I don't know if it was a Saturday or the Sunday. Played his entire starting lineup, even though the Premier League title was gone. He played everybody while PSG rested everybody. We were down 1-0 on aggregate and having to travel to Paris. That's why I believe the guys huffed and puffed, and in the first 20 minutes, they gave it all they had to PSG. And had we scored in those first 20 minutes, I believe the outcome would have been different. But after PSG bent but didn't break, after that initial shock and awe from the Arsenal players, I believe they just ran out of gas because they just played a full 90 3 days later while the PSG players rested everybody. Juve Enrique rested everyone. But big up to Positive Dan. If we could get the link for Guna Therapy in the chat, people. They are content creator. They are a duo. They make fantastic content. I'm pretty sure they'll be going to the game tomorrow as well. So I'll be looking forward to watching their fan cams on AFTV if they do one. If not, I'm sure they will be doing a match review. But big up to them every single time. We don't always agree. Matter of fact, most of the time we disagree. You can also catch Positive Dan on the Football Terrace. I think I've seen Dan on the Football Terrace the other day as well. So if we lose these CL on pens and close the title, yes. I know it sounds harsh, Dan, but yes. Because the 2012 Champions League, or the 08 Champions League final, no one remembers that Chelsea lost on pens to Man United. You only remember the winner. It's harsh, but it's necessary. There's no context that can be written where they can say to him, one more year. We've seen enough. 6 years for a manager is enough. All is well, sending love right back to you and the family. Love, baby girl. Hope you are good. Thank you so much. Why not? It's just one more season without winning. In fact, and I know it sounds harsh. I know it says harsh, but yeah, I have to agree with the chat, Dan. I'm sorry. Arteta has spoiled the managerial child. 100% Edu messed up with the wages, but these were his guys. Yeah, when I look at that damn 265 for Kai Havertz, and I'm like, oh my days, that's an economically unattractive contract. That's like meeting the love of your life. And she wants to marry you, but she's got 200,000 in student loan debt in a useless degree that becomes your debt the minute you get married. Because when you get married and she gets pregnant, she's no longer working. So she's beautiful, she's good to you and all that shit, but she's economically unattractive. Just like these shit contracts that we put these players on when they were coming to us. 100% he will be going for the win. Hey, Dan, hey, brother, I'm here for it. I predicted an Arsenal win because I think we're better than City. I think we're at home. I think we're better than Brighton, who beat these men. I think we're better than Tottenham, who went there and did them. I put, and Dan might not agree with this, but I put 100% of the blame of the Liverpool loss on Arteta. I don't put any of it on the players because I think he was playing for a draw. And that's what he got. I think he was playing for a draw, ended up losing. So, yeah, we'll be looking for that, my bro. We'll be looking for that because I want to hear what you have to say. Now, it's a win. It's all good. Arsenal's motto: the fans don't get what they want. I'm in charge. The fans don't get what they want. I'm in charge. Big up to my daddy. My pops is in the chat. Big up to you, pops. Love you. Hey, big up, man. Big. Ooh, what? I'm going 3-1, so I went with a 3-2. Yeah, that's what I went 3-2 in the warm-up. That's what I'm going with, my bro. I'm going with a 3-2. I think we could see 2 goals, unfortunately. If he loses to Port Vale, yeah, he has to. Sack him, punch him in the mouth. Hey, you laugh. Hey, don't laugh. United fans were laughing at Grimsby. They were laughing at Grimsby. And we went out the Cups to a championship Nottingham Forest side. We went out the FA Cup to like Southampton one year. Well, and we went out the cup to the worst version of Man United that we've ever seen last year. But I do think we beat Port Vale. But if we don't, oh my God, done out here, people. I was supposed to be on here for an hour. Arsenal didn't play today. I'm got to go do some yard work now. On the Pacific Northwest of these United States, where I'm at, it is just past 4. Got to go out and run, people. But it's been love. Big up to all the Shane Gooner Raiders who came over. Big up to the ones who stayed. Thank you for the likes, people. Thank you for all that hit a sub on the channel. We'll be here. We'll be making more content for you. Thank you for joining the community, the family, the alliance, whatever, the resistance, whatever it is. Big up to Kimani. Big up to Dan from Bonus Therapy. Big up to my mod, AJ. Big up to him every single time. Love for the love, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.